Everybody who's successful has some desire to succeed. You can't just say, I want to be successful and just leave it at that. You have to have a real drive to be successful. Let me give you some examples. Richard Branson. Richard Branson was dyslexic. He really couldn't do very well in school and dropped out of high school. And he decided to start a company. And ultimately, the company was branded Virgin. And over the years, he built many different companies, 500 of them, always hoping that one would succeed. In fact, many of them succeeded. But he had a great desire to succeed. He wanted to prove to his parents that although he was dyslexic, he could be successful and he had a great deal of worth, even though he was not as educated as perhaps they had been. Oprah is another example. Oprah grew up in a very low income background. She had a house that didn't have running water, didn't have electricity, but she had a desire to succeed. She wanted to make something of herself. She wanted to prove to her mother that she was successful and could be successful. So she made herself into a broadcaster. She wasn't that successful as a broadcaster. In fact, in my hometown of Baltimore, she was fired from the job she had, but she later transformed herself into an interviewer and became the most famous interviewer in the history of the world. If you're going to be a leader, you have to have a desire to succeed. You can't just sit around and hope something will happen to you. You've got to have a burning desire to succeed, as both Richard Branson and Oprah showed.